Let's see. This one was posted by Scott. I work in a cath lab and I'm wondering if the DViS has applications in our area. Can this be used for cardiac, carotid, peripheral stent placements? And there's a lot of other uses that he wants, interventional radiology and others. Yes, currently right now though our FDA application does not include cardiac functions. We were looking at a future product that will do the heartbeat in real time. And now that's a multi-detector system and something that will probably have a separate FDA 510(k) application that needs to be filed. Now the good news is once you have approval, you can do a submission that is a comparative analysis that just is for one part of a different segment that you want to have your product work in. And it's a much simpler process than the process that we're going for right now. But it is a future mode of operation. Interventional labs is already part of our 510(k) filing. And part of that includes stent placements and others that are non-cardiac, but that's somewhat convoluted in how the FDA looks at those types of procedures that are being performed. Moving on to the next question. This was posted by Frank. There's been a lot of recent discussion in the news about how radiation exposure that causes cancer accumulates over a lifetime. And therefore, physicians should investigate using procedures or diagnostic methods that can eliminate or minimize the use of radiation exposure. Based on the underlying assumption, I have a question relating to the DViS and the FDA. I understand fully that radiation from the DViS is much lower than that of other devices, and whenever logically possible should be used instead of those devices. I'm wondering, however, if the FDA has understood that the question runs out there. I don't know what else he wanted to make as a point, but the FDA is very much aware of that. I think that this is something that helps the DViS in a marketing presence, and it's what I think is the new green in the medical industry. Most people aren't aware of the dose rates that they're getting exposed to, with CT scans especially. So I think that's going to be something that you'll see more and more in the future, and will help our device get installed into hospitals and facilities around the world because of our dose and what imagery that we can produce at such a low dose. So that's a very good question. Moving on to the next one, C. Stephen wrote, "Nice forum, guys. I have two suggestions. First is an RSS feed so we can wire this forum to our feed readers. And second, add some type of employee tag for your company employees who reply to posts. I'm aware of Dean and Mike, but can we expect anyone else to reply on this forum? I would hate for someone to jump on the forum and post things in a manner where we believe they are a reliable source." Well, to start off with, yeah, we're thinking about adding an RSS feed and doing other things to this. We started this forum out as quickly as we could, and there's going to be some additions to the forum and what we'll add and what we won't, some changes on how we do the posting and who can post. But right now, we have what we have, and it's a communication link to our shareholders and others that are following us that's direct. As far as who's going to be answering the question, Mike has started out answering some questions just to get the process going. In the future, there won't be any direct responses to questions that are posted on that site, primarily because we want to be able to do a video response, a Q&A session. Mike has done a hell of a job getting this thing up and running. He's done a great job, trying to get these questions in a form that we can provide you answers to. And it's going to progress, and maybe even Mike will be answering these questions in the video in the future, who knows. And the time frame of when I do respond to these questions is probably going to end up being every 2 weeks, maybe every month. Depends on how close we are with the FDA and the progress that we need. We're playing this by ear right now, just trying to give our shareholders and those that are following us some direct feedback to where we stand. So look for the future of this changing, and please add questions and comments on the site so Mike can know what we can do to change to make this better. This question is from Angie, and she wrote, "The company offers new demonstration, remanufactured, refurbished, and pre-owned systems. Currently, does Imaging3 refurbish equipment itself in-house, purchase used equipment, or outsource repairs, or function as a reseller only? How much income does this generate?" The company currently remanufactures C-arms and provides C-arms and C-arm tables to facilities throughout the United States. The amount that generates is actually the income that's reflected on our financial statement. We remain in this business primarily to allow or to assist our company in paying for overhead. In closing, I'd like to address to everyone that we have filed our FDA 510(k) submission as our press release had stated on April 5th, which was Monday. And just today I received confirmation from the FDA that they had received our submission. So the process is moving forward. We are working with the FDA, and I hope to be communicating with them back and forth to see if there's anything else that they need or want to discuss about the submission. I hope all you would follow us and look forward to questions that you might be submitting on our shareholder or investors forum on our website. Please visit imaging3.com and find out if there's new updates via press releases or newsletters, and sign up for our newsletters if you want to follow through with what or you follow our progress as we move forward through this FDA process. Thank you again for everyone that asked all the questions that you have. I apologize if I hadn't answered someone's question, but we have a limited amount of time and a limited amount of resources to be able to provide a good Q&A session. I know this isn't as good as a conference call, but it's a least expensive alternative for us, and we're working to make this an improved communication between you and those that are following us. Thank you again for following Imaging3.